everybody. Welcome to Protecting All Abuelas since 2K20. I'm your host, Punch Goalpost. With me here is Rocky Hardy.
Oh, shit. Punch got in? Where the fuck is Brian?
Okay, look. You're not going to like the answer.
I figured.
He got the coronavirus.
Dude. Tegan is not funny. Fuck.
Tegan.
It's not actually funny.
Like, look, Brian is legitimately terrified of that shit because he is in a higher risk segment of the population. But what I will fucking tell you is that Brian, who's not here since I'm Punch Goalpost, is out there currently wearing a fucking bandana across his mouth and throwing fucking Molotov cocktails at various segments of the economy and government because they fail to recognize the power of the people. So that's what he's off doing. He said, fuck it, we're not letting it come to ostriches. That was the message he left me.
Okay, how many ostriches are even in Arizona? I mean, seriously.
Enough for there to be a whole ostrich farm?
Oh, great, in Arizona? Well,
Yeah.
I guess Arizona probably has ostrich farms.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, God. Well, I mean, does he know what he's gonna do after that? 'Cause it's really important. 'Cause, I mean, having just a couple extra people dead and a couple extra burnt buildings isn't really gonna stave off the apocalypse.
You know those, like, weird predatory for-profit zoos?
Yeah.
Which generally feature large cats?
I am less aware, but sure.
You're less aware, Rocky? You're sure you're not, like, journeying through a 7-hour documentary about that very topic?
I'm not going to call myself an expert after a 7-hour documentary.
Okay. I'm just saying, are you aware that they exist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just less aware.
Okay. So, between Phoenix, Arizona, and Tucson, Arizona, there is a large predatory for-profit zoo which specializes in ostriches.
I thought you were going to say tigers.
Nope.
I was really worried for a second.
It's called Rooster Cogburn's Ostrich Ranch.
Okay, sure.
Yep. And you show up and you buy admission and you can buy a loaf of bread and you can buy a fishing pole to like hook the bread on and then go on like an elevated deck to like dangle the bread over the ostriches. It's a whole thing.
Do they bake the bread on site?
Of course not.
Whack.
And Brian said, if we don't intervene now, this is the beginning of the end, and this is the source of the supply for the ostriches that will govern the rest of our lives.
To be honest, I mean, while ostrich meat is probably preferable to, like, nothing, I'm pretty sure we'll probably end up eating insects, like, widespread more than, like, ostriches.
There is a smaller note here, which is wrapped up, labeled, when Rocky talks about the insects.
Mm-hmm.
Let me open it.
Is it ooh gross? I'm not eating no gosh darn bugs.
Look, this isn't Snowpiercer Rocky.
That's not bad. But honestly, like, Brian will never agree to this, but it's true. I can probably prepare a meal using bug protein, and he'd never notice. He'll probably be paranoid about it for the rest of his life, but he'll never actually know.
There was a smaller envelope inside the other envelope.
Okay.
Look, I'm not saying I'm opposed to bug protein. I'm just saying I don't see it as being a implemented necessity of life. I believe that society will collapse before bug protein.
Yeah, of course. But that's why we'll need the bug protein. No more factory farms.
Well, now that we've settled that, welcome to day, what is it, 1,438?
That's like 4 years in the future. Brian, it's April 4th.
Brian's not here. This is Punch Goalpost.
Punch!
Hey, wait, it's not really April 4th, it's April 8th. I mean, right now it's April 4th, but by the time everyone hears this, it'll be April 8th.
Wait, holy shit, it's April 8th?
I mean, at at time of recording, it's April 4th, but at time of listening, it's April 8th.
April 8th is my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Wait, are you saying that to get a lap dance, or is it real?
Thank you, Tegan. What?
I said, are you saying that to get a lap dance, or is it real?
Jesus, no, dude. My birthday's April 8th.
Okay.
You can't get a lap dance when you're social distancing anyway.
Yeah, man, fuck.
Okay, I guarantee you that in the states which have not implemented stay-at-home orders, there are people giving lap dances right now.
Good for them.
No,
before we all die.
What's the opposite of good for them?
Bad for everyone?
Bad for us, actually.
I can't believe I'm Googling Little Rock strip clubs for a reason other...
What's with you in Arkansas today, man? Jeez.
No, Arkansas in general has been the state most resistant to implementing rules about social distancing.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for, like, the hot point in the map for the continental United States, like, where will there still be people dying by the thousands, like, 4 months from now? Look no further. Okay, alright. Congratulations. I'm glad to see that the owners of all of Little Rock strip clubs are more fucking responsible than the governor of Arkansas.
Well, I mean, they definitely care about the health of their workforce, because it's literally, like, where they get money from. They're not really, like, replaceable.
Well, Rocky, someone somewhere, some cynical person will tell you, every stripper is replaceable.
Yeah, that guy's probably not a really successful strip club owner.
Once again, this is Punch Goalpost speaking.
Mm-hmm. Ah, shit.
What the shit?
Sorry, some white girl in New Braunfels has been inducted. It's like the third notice this morning.
Okay.
You can turn those off, you know.
Wait, really? Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I literally only get severe weather alerts. Because, like, what am I gonna do?
All right.
Oh, so... I was talking to my samurai this past week, and it turns out that he has a debilitating fear of tornadoes.
Mm-hmm.
And this is tempered by the fact that he's basically survived every other major disaster, except for, like, a volcano eruption. But, he lives in Florida, he does hurricanes all the time. He grew up in the Bay Area, and they haven't had the big one, he's pretty used to earthquakes, and, like, he's lived through, like, monsoon seasons and shit like that. But he is terrified of tornadoes. I wanted to, like, look into, like, the facts of tornadoes, and they're only just increasingly terrifying.
Oh yeah.
Like, the largest tornado ever measured, it was actually about 2.6 miles wide.
Jesus.
Yeah. The fastest tornadoes, which are like F5s, which are north of 200 miles per hour, not only, turn small items into missiles and cars into bombs, but they also, like, cause, like, impossible things to happen, like firing, like, garden hose through a tree trunk. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, what? So, like, we just kind of left that conversation both, like, deeply terrified of tornadoes. Because I remember at first I was like, maybe you could outdrive one. And then, like, once you get past F2, like, that's when, like, they're north of 150 miles an hour. So you probably can't outdrive a tornado.
Okay, I want to see a movie. And tell me if you're with this.
Mm-hmm.
What if there was a movie about a NASCAR driver who fights a tornado with a gun?
Oh, fuck. Honestly, it'd have to be an anime, but I would watch it.
Okay. What if the NASCAR driver is named Ricky Van Helsing and the tornado is also a vampire?
That sounds lit. I think it still has to be an anime. I don't trust any director to do that today. Like, zero. Wait, actually, let me pose this question differently. Brian, if there's a director that you would trust to make
what
this
movie... What are you talking
movie,
about? Brian's not here.
Right, fucking Punch, or how, man, I can't do this with Punch, I'll just wait till Brian gets back. God damn it.
You know what? Fuck off. I love anime. What's your question?
No, my question is about movie directors, and I need to know what director you would choose to direct this movie.
If I'm going to have a film where a NASCAR driver is fighting a tornado.
Right, but the tornado is also a vampire.
The tornado is also a vampire. There are 2 directors who can make this movie. Whether or not they are willing and still able to do it is another question. Answer 1 is Jan de Bont.
What are his credits?
Jan de Bont directed the following films: Speed, Twister, Speed 2, The Haunting, and Lara Croft Tomb Raider: The Cradle of Life. It's been a minute since he's directed a motion picture. He has functioned as the cinematographer on significantly more films, including as being the cinematographer for the seminal 1988 film Die Hard.
Right. I'm comfortable with him being the cinematographer, but the question was about directors.
Okay, he was also the cinematographer on The Hunt for Red October, Flatliners, Basic Instinct, The Fourth Man, and Flesh and Blood.
Okay.
The other possibility that I
Goalpost, yeah.
Have to suggest is Paul Verhoeven. Who directed The Fourth Man, Flesh and Blood, RoboCop, Total Recall, Basic Instinct, Showgirls, and Starship Troopers.
So, I feel like this could be a movie if they were in charge, but I feel like it'd come out something closer like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Have you seen RoboCop?
Yes, man, I've seen RoboCop. Jesus, not an animal.
I'm just saying that, like, RoboCop is one of the greatest films of all time. It is probably one of the greatest pieces of political commentary that has ever existed, and is probably the most subversive piece of support of communism that has existed in modern American culture.
Yeah, but it's also lightning in a bottle.
I don't know, man. I think he could do it again. And my argument for him being able to do it again is Total Recall.
The remake.
No. He directed the legit OG Total Recall in 1990.
Right, no, I know that. I didn't know if he directed the remake.
No, not at all.
Okay.
God, no. I think that if you direct RoboCop and you direct Total Recall and you direct Starship Troopers, you get to direct a movie about a tornado that's also a vampire.
I mean, I guess. Also, am I confusing Starship Troopers for something else? No, I'm not.
It's possible. Like, is the movie you're thinking about bad?
Sorta?
Okay, then you're not thinking about Starship Troopers.
Okay.
You're thinking about another movie. Yeah. No.
I remember, I'm thinking about the right movie. Like, Starship Troopers is like a sci-fi, like, action comedy.
Is it mainly about mankind versus hostile insectoids?
Yes.
Okay. So you're thinking about the right movie, you just have no taste.
Sure. If those insectoids were real, they'd be really mad if we started eating bug protein.
Yes, they would. Fuck Snowpiercer. I mean, at this point, I'm just repeating Brian's talking points, but, you know.
I forgot where we were before this. It was this, tornadoes.
I think we were talking about, like, the ridiculous possibility of people making new movies again.
Well, I'm not sure that's going to happen. I mean, Hollywood's mostly like a propaganda machine to begin with. Like, it does its job. It doesn't need new movies for that.
They pushed back that Black Widow to November.
Yeah, Candyman got pushed to September, too.
Motherfuck that.
Well, I mean, are you going to go to a theater in July, Brian?
Again, Brian's not here.
God damn it! This is really annoying. I'm used to talking to Brian, and you sound just like him.
Look, we're very close, okay? You know, Brian was there when I was bar mitzvahed. Like, we're very close. And I'm sorry that there's a measure of confusion, but I can tell you that I am not going to a movie theater until A, there's a vaccine, and B, at least 90% of the global population has received it.
So, like, maybe 3 to 5 years from now.
Yeah, pretty much. So, if that causes the collapse of Hollywood, fine, fuck off. I guess I'll just watch porn and anime.
Those people need protections, too. I wonder if new porn's still being shot.
It's not. I looked into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. The porn industry is terrified.
Well, they should be.
Yeah.
They're incredibly vulnerable in this particular scenario.
Yeah. So, Tegan, how are you?
I'm fine. Sitting at home, eating ice cream for breakfast, hanging out all day with my cats, you know, playing video games, some while I'm on the clock, some while I'm not. It's good.
So, Tegan, what album covers do you have in your house in Animal Crossing?
I only have 2 KK Slider albums. I have, like, the Forest Vibe one, which is just, like, the Animal Crossing theme, and, KK Etude?
For sure.
That's it. That's all I got.
Oh, this goes for anyone, that's listening right now, but if you guys come across KK Adventure, I'd really appreciate a copy of that, because I don't know when I'm gonna get it, and I'd like it in my house, please.
When you get your thing up so that KK, like, comes and does a concert, you can make requests.
How many do I get?
I don't know. I just know you can make a request, because one of my friends is gonna have him do the concert tonight. So, like, we're all gonna go over at about 6 p.m. and we're gonna have a concert together. And, yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm hoping I can get myself a copy of Only Love, which is one of those secret KK songs.
Yeah.
But it is my favorite, so I'm very excited.
Nice.
In the original game, it was one that you could only get if you knew to request it.
Yeah, I feel like, man, maybe I shouldn't use my request on KK Adventure. Maybe I should just use it on 2 days ago? Or is it...
2 days ago is also good.
Yeah. What are their new, like, requestable only songs? And we just don't know yet.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Oh, man. We won't know for months.
I'm sure someone's already data mined the turnip market. I'm sure someone will data mine KK.
Yeah, you're right about that.
What do you mean someone's already data mined the turnip market?
Brian, I don't want to get too far into this because you did request a turnip free space.
Well, I see that something that Brian put down here in...
Yeah, this isn't Brian, remember? This is friggin' George Majones or whatever.
I'm sorry. I just want to make sure I get that right. Charge Majones?
Yep.
Charge Majones.
Yeah, you know. Whatever, man.
Alright, guys, I gotta drop kayfabe. I love this fucking podcast. Oh, man. God damn it.
You're welcome. Hey, I freed us. I freed us from the eternal torture. Now we can talk to fucking Brian. Like
we got him.
Supposed to.
We did it. Thank you. Well, Tegan did it. She actually did it by herself. Tegan deserves all the credit.
I have a very particular set of skills.
I haven't wondered how much of that, like, I equipped y'all with. Like, when I was like, hey, guys, let me tell you about this fucking, like, Mystery Science Theater 3000 bit. And, like, Tegan just realized there's a specific vibe to Punch Goalpost. Let me, like, summon the exact same spirit, but with a different name.
And I will break through this wall, and I did it. I am the Titan attacking the walls.
Let's go, fucking Tegan, goddammit.
Oh my god, that is some, like, God damn. You know that part in, like, Pacific Rim where, like, Idris Elba's, like, reset the clock and then, like, they fight, but neither one of them wins? That's Charge Majones.
Charge Majones duels to a tie with fucking punch goalposts.
Yep. That's exactly correct. Jesus. But this just free me to talk about turnip anxiety. Oh, God.
The turnip market is just like the regular stock market, except it's unaffected by real-world events. It's only affected by in-game bullshit.
Okay, all right. So I've seen...
My turnip prices always suck, so...
Right. I suppose, like, turnip anxiety is a way to talk larger about, like, just Animal Crossing super ambition. Like, there was a thing that got shared in show chat where I was just like, fine, fuck it, let me just, like, go hang myself in the garage and let my wife find the body.
Please don't do that.
That's
not funny.
Yeah.
That's not funny.
Where it was just like, this dedicated Animal Crossing user reshaped their island into a Link to the Past island. And I was like, I'm just trying to pay off my fucking house. Like,
yeah, man.
Like, I need some bells, man.
We can help you out. Like, I actually did pretty well in the turnip market.
It's just like, and I realize that part of this is like charged by the fact that like a better part of the world is at home and bored and full of fear and anxiety themselves. But like what that's kind of doing is anybody who kind of like retreated to Animal Crossing as just being like a low key toy to like, you know, hang out and chill with now feels overwhelmed by this thing that they just used to find as a safe space. Which sucks. Like, I fucking love Animal Crossing. It is my place to goof off and hang out and fuck about. When I opened my gate and a whole bunch of people came to my town, I don't know who it was, but some motherfucker went and shook every tree in my town, gathered all the fruit, and then put the fruit piles that they gathered into an ordered row of 4 stacks of fruit in front of my residence center. What even is that?
Yeah, man, that guy sounds like a monster.
It sounds like he was trying to be helpful. He gathered all your fruit and then left it for you.
I guess what I'm saying is which one of you was it?
What? It wasn't me.
Not me.
Yeah, I wasn't. Wait, are you talking about the time that we hung out with Glenn?
Yeah. Because we've only Animal Crossing'd the once so far. This would be the Glenn time.
Okay. I mean, that actually wasn't me. I think I just picked up a bunch of weeds. I mean, I definitely left you the weeds.
Okay, so you would be the guy who left a stack of weeds in front of my residence center.
Yeah, I think I did that, yeah.
Okay. Because, like, I didn't have a vaulting pole or ladder yet, so I had not yet been able to gather the weeds from my higher elevations or outer rim.
Mm-hmm.
And your fast ass went out there, gathered up all the weeds from the rim and the higher elevations, and then just dumped them in front of my, like, residence center like a fucking severed head, like you were a guy from a cartel.
Well, like a dog that's, like, fetched a dead duck, you know?
Fred's standing there like, what's in the box? And it's like, oh, dude, it's just weeds. Like, relax.
It's just weeds. Please turn them into an umbrella and then sell them for more money.
True.
I have been doing that.
Good.
Hoping that's you a good profit, man.
But still, like, it's one of those things where, like, it was really overwhelming to, like, open my doors and then just see, like, 3 people take off at the absolute highest speed and, like, take off in, like, 3 different directions with, like, urgent missions and goals.
Yep. We all went different directions. It was great.
And, like, this is not intended as any kind of indictment of y'all in particular. This is more an indictment of modern Animal Crossing culture. I was like, well, fuck it, I guess this isn't my video game anymore.
I think I brought over some fruit that you didn't have on your island, and I think that's all I did.
Oh, yeah, that probably did happen.
Right.
I gave you, like, some coconuts, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, she didn't pick your fruit. She brought you new fruit.
I brought you new fruit.
And
but I didn't bring you, like, a whole stack of new fruit. I just brought you, like, some. And I did plant one whole, like, fruit tree. Because I think I brought over an entire peach tree.
And I believe it was either you or Rocky who planted the bamboo.
that's what I brought. Yeah, that's what I brought.
Yeah. And it was so weird because, like, I just felt completely and totally overwhelmed by the whole experience. And I think part of this is Nintendo's fault because of the incredibly shitty way they manage voice chat. I suppose it would have been a better experience if I, like, ran and got the lightning to headphone adapter so that way I could plug a proper headset into my phone. Instead, I was sitting there, like, holding the fucking, like, speaker of my phone as close into my ear canal as possible so that way I could hear you guys be like, "Ahoy, ahoy, I brought you peaches." And I was, like, immediately surprised at, like, having to thrown open my... Like, the thing is that stupid fucking dodo tells you everything you don't give a shit about and nothing you do give a shit about. You know what I mean?
Nope.
I'm not entirely sure, actually.
Like, his whole speech might as well be like, okay, look, try not to say the N-bomb, try not to say the F-bomb, and please, please, please don't give anybody patterns which look like a penis. That might as well be his whole speech. And so that way when, like, your gates get flung open and people run out, and you see them, like, whacking all of your trees twice with their axes, and you yet don't even personally know the limitations of trees in this game, and you're like, oh god! Everyone's hitting my trees with axes! What's happening? What's going on? Are you gonna? Is my island being deforested?
Jesus.
No, we're just getting some wood.
I understand why that would appear alarming.
Okay. Because, like, having a friend over experience in New Horizons is very different than the having a friend over experience in New Leaf.
Sure.
The New Leaf experience is, like, very sedate, very chill. Like, there's even, like, special having a buddy over music.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're just like, okay, like, alright, time to smoke some drugs, hang out, trade fruit, you know, whatevs.
Mm.
Like, it's very much like that fucking, like, hangout vibe. Like, New Horizons, it's like, I hope you brought your fucking needles and fucking yarn, motherfucker. And I'm just like, oh my god. God damn. Fuck. Terrifying.
Hmm.
I honestly think that this is just a case of, like, a very specific game and a very specific time in history. Do you think that people would have treated Animal Crossing as the most urgent mission in their lives if it was not a pandemic?
Yes, but it would have been less people.
Yes, it would have been the Animal Crossing. The people who are foaming at the mouth for Animal Crossing would continue to foam at the mouth at Animal Crossing.
Brian, I know you've seen the summoning circles. Those have been going on for, like, more than half a decade.
Okay.
Like,
so long.
So, but
like,
it wouldn't be the monoculture. Like, it wouldn't be, like, everyone you know, like, is, like, alright.
I contend it still would have been everyone I know, but I still think it would have been less people overall.
You know.
Animal Crossing people find each other.
I mean, there's definitely other stuff going on in video games.
Like, I've barely seen any fucking thing about this Doom jumping game.
Oh, there's a significant amount of that. I'll just say that much. I'm not going to say they're everywhere, because, like, also, like, Doom isn't quite as accessible as Animal Crossing is, but there's definitely a fervent and passionate Doom fandom, and even people that are just, like, passively into shooters, which, at one point consisted of, like, nearly everyone that played video games were also really interested in, like, Doom. They haven't been as loud about it, but, like...
Oh, sure. And, like, I definitely, like most people with hands and eyes have spent time with Doom.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But there is a whole thing about, like, this particular Doom game being demanding in a very particular way and being very particular to the people who played in a very particular way.
I don't know about that. It's only 8 to 10 hours. Like, Alex beat the entire thing while I was, like, farming tarantulas over 2 days. Like, it's not that bad. bad. I don't know. The jumping is slow, like, at first, but when you upgrade it, it doesn't seem to impede at all, and, like, I don't know, it was fine. It was goofy, but it is very, very short.
Okay, so I guess my feedback on that is that, like, I'm not sure in this particular case if a secondhand experience is going to have the same value as feedback. Because the specific things I have heard from people are that there are some very specific things that this game asks of the player as far as first-person platforming goes.
I mean, I could put Alex on the horn. You could ask him specifically, because he, like, blew through it.
I mean, also, like, first-person platforming hasn't really been demanded of shooter gamers for a very long time. I think the most recent example I can seriously think of is, like, Halo 3 Melee. I don't even think Reach really, like, asked a lot of, like, platforming stuff of the player.
Yeah, I think I would say, like, asterisk ODST, but, like, Reach definitely didn't.
But, yeah, sure, like, so, like, Doom may be the first, like, shooter in a while that's asking players to platform while they're shooting. And I can understand why people might take issue with that, but I don't think that, like, qualifies it as, like, a particularly, like, I don't even want to say difficult, maybe, like, unbalanced. Like, maybe it's just
all right, okay. And, like, I want to stress that the adjectives you are using are A, not part of my complaint, and B, not part of the complaints I have heard.
Okay.
So the main thing that I have heard, which is a concern of mine, is that, like, if you bought Doom in 2016, like the game that they released that was just called Doom, which, you know, could have been called Doom 4. If you bought Doom 4, aka Doom,
I think it's colloquially called Doom 2016.
There were things that game did not ask of you. Like, as far as, like, skill sets go. And then, like, along comes Doom 2020, which is like, surprise, motherfucker. Like, these are things you now need to know how to do in order to finish this game. Like, there are enemies in Doom 2020 that when you saw them in 2016, as long as you were, like had the right weapon equipped, you could shoot them and then glory kill them, recover your health, and move on. And, like, now the same enemies require, like, either shooting specific parts of them, which require, like, precision shots, or circle strafing around the back before they can turn, shooting their tails, and then switching weapons to, you know, glory kill. And the main, I guess, like, combat puzzle thing from 2016 was, like, rotating between gun, melee, and chainsaw to recover ammo, health, and armor. And that was it. And now the game wants, like, specific weapons on specific enemies and so on. And specific parts of the body.
So Alex says that the weak points are pointed out very obviously in this game, and it's not as bad as they're making it sound. So maybe the people who are complaining just need to get fucking good. They got nothing else to do during the quarantine.
Okay, which I realized the next thing I was about to say is probably just a reframing of the get good argument, but I'm
so glad I can be on this show to be the not get good guy.
Yeah, Alex would be your get good guy, probably. But also, he's very good at video games, so...
Yeah.
The only enemy he has complaints about is the Marauder enemy in this version, which he had a lot of difficulty figuring out the first time he, like, ran into it. But after that, it just became, like, a minor annoyance. So... Get good. I know, Nico. Tell them to get good. I'll pick you up. You can say it into the microphone. Or maybe you won't. Because now that I've picked you up, you don't want to talk.
I'm not sure. Okay, so, like, I don't really have a problem conceptually with a game asking more of you, especially, like, in a future iteration of a series.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to ask, honestly, do you believe that what Doom 2020 is asking of its players is a accessibility issue?
Okay, so in this particular case, yes, and the reason I say so is that the feedback I have heard from Doom players is drastically disparate depending on whether they are using mousey keyboard and playing on PC versus playing on a console.
Mm-hmm.
It appears to be that, like, the ergonomics of enemy encounters were very much designed for people playing with mouse and keyboard. And, well, I guess if you can get by controller players, that's fine.
I don't think it's that. I think it's just Alex didn't have any problem, you know?
Okay.
So, and he's playing on a controller, like on the Xbox, so. Don't know.
Okay.
I got a sample size of 1, to be fair.
Yeah.
But he blasted through the game, so.
And so he okay, cool. I'm just saying that, like, people who might necessarily have the native skills, meaning that, you know, in the words of Gavin Rossdale in the film Constantine, they were born of this.
Yeah. As opposed to only adopting the darkness. Yeah, I gotcha.
Oh, wait. Tegan, are you picking up my Constantine reference?
Isn't that what Bane says in the fucking Batman movie?
Yeah, Dark Knight.
And Constantine, which came first, features Gavin Rossdale saying to John Constantine, as played by Keanu Reeves, "Fire? You only adopted the fire. I was born of this." Movie came out like 7 years before Dark Knight Rises.
I don't know anything about movies. I don't watch movies. I watch anime.
Which is like movies, only with, like, 2D titties.
Well,
yeah, 2D good boys. Good luck competing with a 2D good boy.
Who doesn't like a good 2D good boy?
Well,
haters,
actually.
Haters don't like the 2D good boys.
No lies detected. No lies detected.
Okay, but Brian, we don't. As much as I'm waiting, I don't want to do this. Never mind. Let's just talk.
No,
about
Rocky. This is a safe space. I am drinking a Mario Brothers themed beer at like 10 in the morning.
No, Brian, I don't want to avoid this conversation for the sake of my own feelings. I want to avoid this conversation because I don't want to be rude. Like, I'd rather move on.
No, please. Rude makes for good radio.
Can you be rude but not mean? Is that like a possibility?
Tegan's mastered that shit.
Possibilities are dwindling, Tegan.
Well, I was just mean, I think, because I was just like, maybe you just gotta get good.
Yeah, but you also framed it as a joke, so you knew to do. You were like, boo, boo, boo. You know, like you built it as a joke.
Yeah,
you didn't like seriously come out of here and be like, get good, motherfucker. Like you didn't do that.
That's me when I have to play Persona 5 Royale later. I just gotta get good.
All right, Rocky, come on, go.
Fine.
At this point, you've been edging
Brian,
my heart.
I don't think you have, like, ground to claim, like, the non-native argument, because we're talking about people that played Doom 16, right? It's still, like, something in the series, and, like, it's not like the game is asking you, hey, learn a completely new set of skills. They're saying, hey, learn how to do a bit more stuff. And it's true that, like, playing on keyboard is an entirely different animal when it comes to first-person shooters than playing on controllers. And devs have been historically reluctant to add too much aim assist on like controller-based platforms, even though they know that it may actually improve the experience. But I don't know, man. Like,
guys, you remember that time that Bungie absolutely mastered just about how much aim assist to give a game?
That's not how I remember it, but go ahead.
Oh, wait. Are you coming for the aim assist in Halo?
I think they use too much, yeah. Like, at some point, like, I definitely felt like I wasn't even really shooting anymore. And, like, that felt bad in my brain. Like, I know, like, when the game is, like, covering for me, it's actually one of my, like, criticisms of, like, BioShock. BioShock does a lot to allow you to continue playing and allow you to, like, stay in the action, but they do so through artificial means, like, where I'm in situations where I clearly should have died. And, like, sometimes it feels good until you know what's going on, and it feels like I'm not playing anymore.
Well,
like, I don't have fun that way.
I think that it felt best in BioShock Infinite, where the thing that you are talking about is Elizabeth, where you're like, I'm about to fucking die.
Mm-hmm.
And you just hear, like, Booker, catch! And, like, either Elizabeth throws you ammo, or health, or whatever the fuck. Like, there's, like, a conceptual, like, in-world reason delivered for not dying. And in BioShock 1, it's more delivered by, like, and now this one splicer is artificially rounding this corner a lot slower than he did for the last 5 minutes. And you're like, okay, game, I see your ass. But, you know, the way they establish Elizabeth makes it make sense, you know, because they give her that whole, like, you know, trans-dimensional sight and her ability to see the future. Like, it makes sense that Elizabeth would throw you ammo at the moment you need it most. So,
sure. I mean, while I feel like Elizabeth may be one of the better implementations of that system, I don't like the system. Like, that's the thing.
Okay.
I can acknowledge that, like, Elizabeth being, like, an all-powerful bystander allows Booker's quest to ultimately complete, like, or complete is, like, definitely in quotations given what actually happens in the events of that game. But, I don't like the idea of, like, the game setting obstacles and then deciding halfway through that maybe they're too hard and then just, like, put stuff in the way to, like, carry you through it. And I understand that that's an important thing for a lot of people to interact with video games. I'm saying I don't personally like it.
Okay. So, first of all, you're wrong.
Sure.
Okay. And I guess what I'm saying is that, like, there's a level of execution that these games are requesting of their players, regardless of whether or not Elizabeth throws him the ammo or not. And also, whether or not Elizabeth throws him the ammo is also contingent upon their performance. Yeah. So, if you, Rocky, are out there just doing it, and you just, like, look at your screen and you're shouting, I'm doing it! Like, Elizabeth is going to do less for you. And you're going to be carrying more water on your own.
Mm-hmm.
So, it is not like if you continue to, like, fail endlessly and are just, like, a monumental fuck up, that at some point Elizabeth is going to, like, herself, like, pick up, like, a lightning charged spear and just start killing guys for you. She's never going to do that.
Right. Dude, I played BioShock Infinite. I understand what you're describing.
Right.
And I did admit that it is one of the better implementations of that concept, but I still dislike the concept.
So, alright. And this is going to come down to, like, a fundamental gaming philosophy thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's say you come to a boss man in a video game. Do you think that the difficulty of the boss man should be a wall with a static difficulty against which some players will have a very difficult time, some players will have a moderate time, some players will have an easy time, and some players will find it impossible? Or do you think that a boss man should adjust the play experience based on the player, so that way it's the same level of difficulty for every player, but it's just feasible for every player.
I'm not sure. I mean, I can't speak for everyone.
But when you're talking about how games should be designed, you are speaking for everyone.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I didn't like how this worked. I'm not going to take that experience from anyone else. I'm saying that that's something that I don't personally enjoy in video games. I don't think that should change how developers, like, make their games in general.
So you got less enjoyment out of BioShock Infinite because other people were able to beat the game.
No, I don't care about how other people beat the game. Let them play their video game. I'm saying I played it and, like, I got into a situation, like, you know, back against the wall, and I wasn't sure if I was going to make it. And I realized that, like, the second time I ran through it, being wiser and better at the game, that, like, Elizabeth didn't really need to help me. And I realized that sometimes I only won because of that. Because the game threw me a bone. And, like, that's fine, but I kind of messed with the experience for me. I liked it less afterward.
One of the things I like most about BioShock Infinite, and also, hey everybody, welcome to our BioShock Infinite podcast, are these sequences in the game where the game kind of like pulls Elizabeth away from you as a tool, and like says to you, the player, and this has to be said in like the voice of like DJ Khaled, look at how much you've learned. Like, there's points in the game where, like, she's either been kidnapped or she was separated from you, and they just don't make that tool available to you. But these also come after sequences of the game where the game level design and enemy encounter design has been paced as such in order to teach you significant lessons about how BioShock is going to work. So they give you these sequences where they'll put these walls there and say, like, okay, you know that thing you like? It's not here right now, but the reason that we don't have it here right now is we kind of want to show you how much better you've gotten. And those are very, very satisfying moments. Like, when BioShock Infinite came out, I had not played a first-person shooter since Halo 1. But, like, I had read so much about how politically charged BioShock Infinite was and all this, like, discussion about religion and race and politics. And I was like, Jesus Christ, like, I can't sit this game out. I need to do this. And I was so really scared as a guy who, like, hadn't played first-person shooters for as long as I had to get back in there. And I can tell you, Rocky, it was really, really satisfying to play through the game first on normal shithead and then go, that was so much fun, I immediately want to get back on the ride and raise the difficulty.
I get that.
Yeah, but, like, I probably would have been chased off that game if it didn't create tools to, like, show me how that game works. Now,
this is also something I understand.
And so I guess that's where I'm kind of curious is that, like, if Elizabeth is throwing you less stuff, does the existence of Elizabeth intrinsically make the game less fun for you?
Well, okay. Brian, consider this possibility. Like, once you've, like, mastered the game, you know everything about it, and, like, you never end up in a situation where Elizabeth has to help you. Now she's just kind of around. Like, she's just kind of, like, some goofy Mary Sue that follows you while you shoot at shit. Like,
and to be fair, they do write some very plot-specific points, so that way, if you are at that point, she still does stuff, but it's just to advance the plot at key points.
Right.
Yeah.
And, like, I feel like at that point, like, if you are proficient, she just seems like an extra that's following you around, other than just being, like, you know, a straight-up, like, it is a first-person shooter. Than just being, like, a first-person shooter game. Like, then you're, like, halfway forced to ask questions like, why is she here? And then if it's just to advance the plot, then you already know. Then, like, it's not a mystery. She's just kind of hanging out. She's waiting for you to fuck up. Which, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not interested in the business of telling people how to play their games or, like, actually intervene in how, like, the grand scheme of video games are designed. But I also, like, don't need, I guess, that kind of hand-holding behavior from video games. And I consider accessibility to be a very important issue, even though I don't particularly need it, like, personally. But I don't really see this opinion really changing.
I think about those moments in the game where Elizabeth is central to the plot. And she doesn't feel like someone who is simply reading off-screen cue cards to our faceless protagonist. Like, the game only exists because of Elizabeth. Like, there is no BioShock Infinite without Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And whether or not she's throwing you ammo doesn't make her less intrinsic to the experience. Like, making her a follower who simply just can't be killed. There's things that she does as far as, like, organic narrative goes, which are very, very good. Like, if you're passing by things, she comments on it. She, like, says how she feels about it, at which point Booker responds, you know, and it's like, oh, this, and this. And then Booker gives his observations. And I guess this goes back to the thing you said at the outset of this, which is that, like, she's probably one of the best designed examples of the thing you're talking about that exists, period. And I guess that's why I'm trying to, like, really separate the idea of, like, do you think that BioShock, like, okay, you said accessibility is an important issue to you. Like, what does that look like? What does prioritizing accessibility while also at the same time deciding that that's not something that you personally need to prioritize? What does that look like?
I think it's important to support developers that make good games that as many people can play as possible. I'm not going to support developers that don't care for the accessibility, that don't care for people playing their games and experiencing them for what they are, given their own personal skill sets. Even though I personally really value challenge with video games, if my challenge comes at the expense of other people not even be able to get in, then I won't support them. I mean, as much as I, like, enjoy, like, From Software games conceptually, I've never paid money for them. Like, I probably will never actually give that company money. And I always try to signal boost or, like, talk about or share, like, games that really offer people ways to get into the game, even if they are ultimately difficult.
So, I mean, I guess the thing I'm curious about is, if there's player U, which is Rocky, and then player B, which is another person who either through age, imperfect eyesight, reflex speed, physical disability, diabetes, whatever, simply cannot react at the same speed and acuity that you can't. And if I were to ask you, Rocky, and also player B, what do you value most in a video game? It's conceivable that you will both give me the exact same sincere response, which is the challenge. You both want to hit that brick wall and then surmount it, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, I mean, I guess what I'm asking is, like, is what you're saying is the tools for player B, like, do you want the tools to exist for player B in the game?
Yeah.
Okay. So, shouldn't the scalable response of Elizabeth not burn your beanbag, considering that she scales to, like, your skill level?
I mean, in a perfect world, sure. But, like, I'm not saying I'd rather Elizabeth not be in the game. I'm just saying I don't like what Elizabeth does in the game. But I also know that video games aren't just about me, because there's a lot of people that play them that aren't me. And if player B gets the same thing that I get out of the game with Elizabeth, that's cool. Good on them. I hope they get to play more games that give them that experience. But I don't know if that requires me to like it. I'm abiding it. It's a thing that exists, and it's not something I can change, but that doesn't mean I have to like it just because it does something that I want.
So, okay. So I guess now would be a good time to talk about the way two different games address difficulty.
Okay.
Game A is BioShock Infinite, which does all the things we've already talked about. Game B is Wolfenstein: The New Blood, which describes its easiest difficulty setting as Mommy, Please Don't Hurt Me. Puts your avatar in a baby bonnet, puts a sucker in your mouth, reduces the AI of virtually every enemy in the game to simply standing there, and litters the map with literally more ammo than you can carry.
That sounds like something that's both rude and mean.
Right. It doesn't actually address the idea of a player who has lower skill wanting to experience the game. It instead says, oh, well, you're here. Why don't we just make you feel bad for paying us $60?
Sure. Yeah. It sounds like a shitty thing to do.
Yep. So in summer, everyone, fuck you.
Really? Fuck them? What do they do?
Difficulty settings with bonnets.
Oh, you mean like fuck the makers of Wolfenstein 2: The New Blood, not our audience, because you did just say you.
Okay. All right. Fuck a very specific you. You know, or like Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, where you die a few times, someone literally offers you a hat that looks like a chicken's head, which makes all enemies idiots. It's not fun.
I agree with you.
It's not fun at all.
To be fair, though, if you also saw a man with a chicken on his head coming up to you to literally murder your ass, wouldn't you also be like, you know what? Fucking dumb. Okay.
No, Tegan, because the next day, I would make the stupid no one looks at it Facebook meme that says, Metal Gear Solid 5 prepared me for this.
Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness. I'd support you in that endeavor. Good luck.
Yeah.
I look forward to being murdered by Chicken Man for going, you know what? I probably fucking deserve this. My fault for working for a shadowy organization,
Tegan, I promise you there's no way you deserve that. This not fucking real, Tegan. God damn it.
Tegan.
Yeah.
Want to be real?
Yeah.
It's just coming over the horizon. There's just some dude running around with a chicken hat. He's clearly carrying a gun. He's coming for your life. It's like, I probably deserve this.
You know what? It's probably my fault. My bad.
Oh my God.
God would only choose to kill me like this if I did something amazingly stupid. Alright. I can get behind this choice.
Oh my God. Oh man, that was really good. I needed that laugh. Thank you, Tegan.
Yep.
You're welcome. I'm happy to help.
Okay. Tegan?
Yeah.
You want to talk about Digimon? Can you tell me what we're looking
I
forward
want to talk about Digimon. You know I want to talk. I always want to talk about Digimon. Digimon's my favorite show. If you don't know, there's a brand new Digimon coming. A brand new old Digimon. So it's the original crew, right? Digimon Adventure 1. But this one is called Digimon Adventure, and then it's got a colon after it. And so it's Digimon Adventure : I don't know. No one knows. No, we don't know what to fucking call it.
Okay.
It's a good time. Because we were all calling it Digimon Adventure Psy, but then they're like, no, the Psy isn't actually part of the name. It's just Digimon Adventure with the colon after it. We're like...
Oh, the Psy is silent? That's what they did?
Yeah, the Psy is silent. So, like, but you can't just call it Digimon Adventure, because that's what Season 1 is called, so... It's like a reboot? Pretty sure it's a reboot. It's got all the same dudes. But Kari's in it from the beginning this time. More exciting. And it starts, recording night. It's going to be on at 10:30 my time, so that's 7:30 Pacific time, nighttime, 10:30 nighttime. So late. It's so late, but it's running in the original slot that Digimon Adventure ran in Japan. So, like, because it's a simulcast, that puts it, like, a 12-hour flop for over here. I want it so bad. I didn't get to watch Kizna because my showing was canceled because of the coronavirus, which is fine. I'm okay with that because I don't want to die of coronavirus. But if I have to die of coronavirus, at least I'm going to get to see the new Digimon, right?
Holy shit, dudes.
But yeah, so I'm excited for that. And another anime I'm really looking forward to is My Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom, where a girl is reincarnated as the rival character for the main character in a dating sim.
I'm interested.
She's like, I love dating sims, and then she dies because of something. Probably Truck-kun, let's be real. And when she's reincarnated, she's in a dating sim, but she is the villain character for the main girl.
I'm sorry, did you say Truck-kin?
Truck-kun. K-U-N. Truck-kun.
Like people who think that they're trucks?
No, like Truck-san. Like Mr. Truck. It's like it's a ending that's an honorific.
So not like dumps like a...
Not like what?
No, yes. That's the truck that she's referring to.
Okay.
What?
Huh.
Brian still doesn't understand Truck-kun or Truck-san.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, no, it's like, okay, so like, how Mount Fuji in Japan is called Fuji-san? Like Mr. Fuji?
Mm.
It's like the same sort of thing. It's like an honorific for the truck that comes in on anime and murders protagonists to start off the isekai.
Okay.
Because he's so prolific now, because that getting hit by a truck is so prolific, like, that truck is now called Truck-kun. Mr. Truck, who comes in and kills your protagonist.
Yeah. Brian, like in Yu Yu Hakusho, you know, probably one of the greatest shows that ever happened. Started because Protag jumped in front of a truck to save a kid, he died. And he went to the spirit world or whatever. And, like, that's, like, story seed has been used in anime for, like, decades.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's just a trope.
Now it's a trope, yep. Mr. Truck comes in and fucking bowls over your protagonist at some point. It starts off the isekai, yay! But I'm excited. This one starts today also. But recording day also.
Mm-hmm.
But it's at 10:30 in the morning Pacific time, so I'll actually be able to watch it after this is over. Very excited. It looks good. It's got a lot of big dresses. It's like a royal, like, court sort of thing.
Okay.
I'm very excited. I love big fancy dresses. I love dating sims. I'm very excited to see these kinds of shenanigans all together. It'll be good.
Well, I hope it goes better for you than that dumbass mom isekai that I watched.
Oh god, I do hope it goes better than the dumbass mom isekai. The character designs look really cute. Like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I might just watch it, like, the whole time anyway, just to see how it goes. Because I'm excited.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was doing. I was just, hoping for that. Luckily, I've been watching anime that doesn't require me to wait for the turn, because I'm watching the fuck out of Haikyuu, and it's lit.
Oh, it's so good! Haikyuu's so good.
Like, man, like, the boys are going to nationals. I don't know, Brian, if that's a spoiler, but it doesn't matter. The boys are going to nationals. I'm excited.
Honestly, if the sentence, the boys are going to nationals, ruins an anime for someone, then I have two sentences. First, fuck that anime. Second, fuck that person. Like,
I mean, to be fair, we only follow the boys' volleyball teams, so, like, the boys are going to nationals could be any of the boys.
True, there are a lot of boys.
There's, like, 30 of them.
Yeah, Brian, it's so
They're
good.
all good.
There's a bunch of teams, and all the teams are, like, good. Like, you know, like, this show could have just been, like, a Team of the Week anime, and it would have been whack. But, like, there's just so much, like, development, and, like, so much, like, meaningful storytelling about these characters, while, like, drip feeding, like, volleyball information in like a narratively interesting way. They allow these characters to like develop while obviously taking like huge risks. Like it's not like they built a super volleyball team. They made these characters to like shape in a particular way with very obvious weaknesses, but very interesting strengths, and allowing them to take risks, and allowing them to fail, and allowing them to grow.
But also, like, it is high school volleyball, so, like, the stakes are not that high.
Right.
They feel that high because, like, you remember being in high school and doing the thing and, like, getting hyped up for the thing. But, like, it is high school. It does not matter.
Mm-hmm.
Except for fucking Tobio, my boy.
Tobio's going to be like
by the Japanese national team and Blue Samurai. Fuck yeah.
No, I'm actually really proud of, like, Suki, because Suki, like, definitely did not give a shit. And it was, like, it wasn't because he was, like, a jerk or he didn't care. Like, it's, like, he kind of, like, cared too much, and he's been burnt. He sees what happens when people care too much, and he didn't want to be that person.
Yeah.
And it's all just, like, really, like, gentle, like, subtle storytelling. And then, like, they get to the point where, like, you know, he cares now, or whatever.
But he's still like, no, I don't care. You caught me caring once, and now never again.
Oh, man, but, like, and then when he starts, like, you know, really leaning on his actual strengths, like, you know, his intelligence and, like, his height, and he starts strategizing and, like, starting to, like, pull the team in, like, a particular direction, and, like, I'm really excited. I'm about to get to, like, the current episodes.
Brian, you should watch this anime. It's a good one.
It starts with a loud, very sprightly kid who, like, you know, has like a fucking 4-foot vertical, and a like literal genius who's kind of a jerk. They do kind of do like the Naruto Sasuke thing, but it's good, I swear.
It's not like the same because this isn't a Naruto Sasuke where they're like, now we have to chase after each other because you're my friend, but also you're my enemy. It's like, no, we're driving each other to do better because we both know we can fucking do better. Get your shit together. Yeah,
the both of them like routinely have like get your shit together moments, and it's good. It's good, and it's boys. I love it so much. Oh man, Brian, you were about to say something.
Yeah.
All right. So you know how Netflix is creepy and knows you better than it knows yourself?
Sure.
I have a vague awareness, yeah.
So basically, all that happens now when I log into Netflix is it says, surprise, Haikyuu, motherfucker.
Brian, I feel like I should say, like, if you watched any anime, it's gonna try to sell you Haikyuu. It's just gonna do it. It's that popular.
It'll be like, because you watched Carol and Tuesday, Haikyuu. And I'm like, really? Because I watched Carol and Tuesday?
It's because you watched an anime. Yep. That's pretty much it. Well, I mean, like, they also both have very great emotional arcs and fully developed characters, but it's mostly because you also watched an anime.
It's because you watched an anime, yeah. It really is because you watched an anime.
Netflix has been really pushy about it. And, like, to where I'm just like, you know, now that we all live in Corona world where we start to talk to services and inanimate objects because we miss people, I just want to be like, I know Netflix, I know, you know, like,
well,
promise I'll get to it, but like my wife and I are currently pushing our way through the whole of Star Trek Voyager.
That is a trek.
I see what you did there. It's a big meaty boy. We're like 2/3 of the way through season 2. The Kazon or the Los Angeles gangs thing is now like fully obvious.
Yeah.
But, like, considering I expect us to be living like this until at least November, I expect all of you watching it. So, don't worry, everyone. I'm sure that there'll be some day where, like, I'm like, staring at the moon doesn't seem fully rewarding tonight. I'll watch this show.
Haikyuu will be fully rewarding tonight, because these are good boys.
Brian, you deserve to live in a world where you've seen Haikyuu.
It'll happen.
Rocky's favorite boy is Nishinoya, I think.
Yeah, because Nishinoya is the fucking best. He's oh my god. Nishinoya, he swings for the whole team. He definitely is full face into, like, the most impossible bullshit. He, returned to Shiraka serves. Those, Brian, you know how I said that, tornadoes turn things into small missiles? Mm-hmm. This dude's arm turns volleyballs into fucking missiles, and Nishinoya blocked those shits.
So, tornadoes and small missiles.
Yeah.
How about wooden stakes?
Oh, definitely a missile. Absolutely. Maybe even a cruiser, dude.
Nishinoya is good.
Nishinoya
Suki's my favorite, though. I don't care. Suki's
Tegan?
good.
Okay,
Suki's my spirit animal.
When, what's it called? When Sugawara had to go in the Shura Torizawa match.
Fight. Yeah.
And his hands were cold, and, like, Kyoko walks up and, like, holds his hands for a second, and, like, he, like, broke. He, like, proposed marriage. They thought I wasn't gonna see that shit. Like, oh my god. And then all the guys, they wanted to touch his hands afterwards. It's like, no, stop, you're gonna get the Kyoko smell off him. Like, it's just... He's fucking... I love them, Tegan.
Suki is my favorite because I too have cared too much. I've been in that boat. I get it. Also, glasses and ball sport, like...
Yo, but he wore those glasses for like a while, and then like when his brother switches him over to sport glasses, like a switch flipped, Tegan.
Yep. Them sport glasses. Good.
Okay. Tegan, how's Plague Tale going?
We just started.
Okay.
We have met the rats. We've gone through our first rat segment through the under of the parish thing.
Yep.
Don't like it.
Wait, okay. Can you...
I don't like rats.
Do you mean that you are not enjoying the game, or...
No, it's... Because
I thought this would be a game that if you got a chance to, like, let its hooks get in you, you would be really on board with.
I do not dislike the game. The rats, like, swarming and, like, devouring stuff in, like, 2 seconds, squicks me out. But the story parts are very good. So I am glad I am watching this game, not playing this game. It's like if there was a big dead bug, man. Makes me uncomfortable. But, it is very cool. I do not, dislike. I do not dislike so far. The little Hugo is very good. Hugo's a good boy.
Hugo is such a sweetie.
He's a good boy. He's doing his best for a boy who's, like, never left his bedroom.
Yep.
I respect him. I also respect, sudden actual older sister, which, like, I wasn't expecting her to be so much older for some reason. For some reason, I kept picturing, like, an 11-year-old, not, like, an almost 16-year-old. I don't know why. So, like, I feel a little bit better about this dynamic of them, like, running around. I'm like, oh yeah, no, she can actually, like, kind of take care of another human at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to see it. Alex and I are going to play it together in its entirety. So.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You guys know I just absolutely love the story that game has to offer. Like, they're such well-drawn characters. Really, really good characters. So, I mean, kudos to you for being like, yeah, I know that the best time to play this game about a fucking, like, dangerous plague is right now.
Well, this is what happened is Alex booted up the Xbox and was like, I want to play a video game. And I was like, okay. And then he goes, oh yeah, I forgot I downloaded this game. Let's play that. And I said, okay, without looking up from Animal Crossing. And then the Plague Tale Innocence music started. I went, oh, okay.
What are your thoughts on Amicia?
She's going through it. You know.
It's hard.
It's hard, yeah.
She's having a bad time.
Yeah, I saw the dog go in a hole, and I was just like, I don't know how to tell you this, honey, but it's only going to get worse from here.
Yep.
Her mom got stabbed, and, like, the sword went through the door, and I was like, that's a little more violent than I was expecting. I mean, I knew she was going to die, but I didn't know it was going to be, like, also, Amicia, you almost died because you were standing too close to this stupid door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is a lot. The game is a lot. I look forward to hearing your feels at the end, because I loved the ending on that game. Also, it sounds like, just based on the way you're reacting to some things, like some of these spoilers I mentioned in Best Moment last year, maybe are things you didn't remember. So, I guess hooray?
Yep.
So,
well, like, I know a lot of it is coming, but still, like, seeing it is not, even though I already know about it, isn't affecting my reaction.
Okay, cool.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that works. Man. Let's see here. So I'm kind of looking at our very loose, free ball in it style document. And I kind of want to talk about, I wanted to break out and kind of like mention something which is, doesn't currently exist in the document, because we were kind of like talking about like states with stay-at-home orders and like shelter-in-place orders and states that don't have shelter-in-place orders and like what business models qualify for allowing employees to work under shelter-in-place and what business models don't qualify for shelter-in-place. And then talk a little bit about how Portland specifically is kind of this like weird, healthy twilight zone for strip clubs. Like, the ratio for strip clubs in Portland between resident and strip club is higher than any other city in the nation. Like, there are more strip clubs per capita there than any other place in the country. And they are known as like places of community gathering and like, oh, we're having a birthday party. Well, let's have a strip club. Like that is like, oh, you know, so-and-so is having this occasion that they're marking. We'll do it at a strip club. Like strip clubs are part of the fabric of the community in Portland. Like, very much so. And so like shelter in place happened and strippers in Portland were like, well, gosh, we're in a tough way. What do we do? And so what strip clubs in Portland started doing, because most strip clubs in Portland also have full-serve kitchens, was doing contactless food delivery. So, like, you would order food from your favorite strip club in Portland, and they would come leave the food on your front stoop and ring the bell, and then you would have whatever you ordered to eat from the strip club. And this started going around with the hashtag Boober Eats.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
Right. And the city of Portland kind of like rallied around this and were like, hooray, we, the city of Portland, found a way to support our strippers, even though all the strip clubs have to close. And Uber decided that this was a time to like hit all of the strip clubs in Portland with cease and desist orders. So like, if you do any business where you advance the hashtag Boober Eats, we're gonna like sue you.
What?
Yeah. And I was just like, oh my god, like, it was one of those things like that kind of like absolutely infuriated me, because it was a case of like and I love getting to use the phrase strip club and then pure in the same sentence, or like a community came together in just the most pure way possible to like support a business model which is like intrinsic to that community's like values. Portland loves strip clubs. They're gathering places for that city. And so the idea of like strip clubs offering contactless food delivery was a way to keep like cooks and strippers employed while not putting themselves at risk because they're not contacting anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And yet here comes Uber. And it just made me mad, guys.
Understandable.
Like, yeah, we're going to issue a cease and desist order based on like a organic trending hashtag created by customers, like lol Boober Eats. Like, and I think this is like related to like the fact that like, and this is also something that bothers me, is like how many different major publicly traded corporations there are right now that are currying public favor based on accepting donations from their customers and then like redonating the money that they've gathered. Like, please give us Uber money and we'll give them to some other like nonprofit. Like, no, like, because all you're doing is like building social currency on it. And I can't speak to where that money's going, who that money's helped. Like, I guess, long story short, please do not, like, if you're inclined to give money to a charity right now, like, if you have the kind of money that allows you to give money to a charity right now, don't give it to a major publicly traded corporation and then trust them to give it out equitably on your behalf. Just don't. Find the charity you want to give it to and then give it to them directly. Like, Oh my God. Ugh. Rocco, what are your feels?
Uber's whack. They've been whack. This doesn't make it any better.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Boober Eats?
I think it's a great thing for the community. I don't think Uber actually has a leg to stand on.
Yep.
So, like, they're just going to do the cease and desist to try to spook people. But the funny thing is that as long as they don't actually put it on a banner or anything, they can't do anything. Like, if customers keep tweeting Boober Eats and the strippers and the cooks just continue to do their business, they're just going to be yelling and stamping their feet at nothing.
Yep.
So, whatever.
It's one of those things where it's like literally a case of a publicly traded corporation saying like, well, we have endless cash reserves. And so if we sue you, we know we can sue you forever, or at least however long your money lasts, which is forever.
Yeah.
Like, there is enough money in our war chest to sue you until you can't respond anymore.
Wait, actually, hold on. I'm not, like, I'm sure that, like, Uber has, like, money on retainer, or, like, not money on retainer, what am I thinking of? Like, lawyers on retainer.
Right.
But, like, they've been losing money consistently for about a decade. It would be very funny if these strippers got, like, the right, like, lawyers and then allowed Uber to just keep spending money until their actual cash troubles caught up with them. That would be legit amazing. It probably won't happen, but right. I'm just saying, you know, in a better world.
So, fuck GameStop. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the news. Give us money on Patreon. Fuck GameStop. Rocky, you have a chuckle.
I do. It was a little crass, Brian. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
No. Dig into that.
What? I mean, okay. Hi, everyone. Brian's really focused, and we love him for it. He really wants to fuck up GameStop. Before he does, I feel like we should take a moment to remind everyone that we have a Patreon. It's at patreon.com/ImpossibleCoinPodcast. We do bonus episodes. We're currently watching Tiger King. We got some anime and wrestling content coming for you. And, you know, if you're a big spender in these trying times for some reason, you could get Tegan's foot pics. That is a tier on the Patreon. And no, this is not a joke. But Brian wants to fuck GameStop. And the world needs to know why.
Okay. So, GameStop has been violating shelter-in-place orders in, I thought it was 2, but then I just double-checked. They've violated shelter-in-place orders in 3 states. That's right, everybody. GameStop violated shelter-in-place orders in Massachusetts, Arkansas, and Colorado. So this is points where the state has already decided and ruled that the business known as GameStop is not essential. And said, no, you cannot continue to operate these retail locations. And GameStop said, that's fine, whatever, fuck you. We're going to continue to operate these businesses. So what GameStop was doing in Massachusetts and Arkansas is, I shit you not, air quotes, opening the door a crack, asking the person what they're there for, asking them to, if it was for a pre-order, slide in their ID and then their remaining payment. Then they would go run it at the register and then bring the card and ID back in a plastic bag with the game that they pre-ordered.
So what you're telling me is that in these 3 states, Massachusetts, Arkansas, and Colorado, GameStop is now a lengthier, less efficient Mega 64-bit.
Yes.
Okay.
Something that I think is worth noting is that Colorado isn't having anything of it, and cited GameStop as well as citing Hobby Lobby, and said, "This is ridiculous. You need to show up to court." And so they received what's called a general citation in the state of Colorado, which is that they can receive what's called a general citation for each location in the state of Colorado times the number of days they were open after the shelter-in-place order. And that general citation is $999. Tegan.
Yes.
How do you feel about these motherfuckers?
I'm glad I don't work there anymore.
Feels good, don't it?
It does, but it doesn't. Like, I feel bad for everybody who I feel like I've sort of abandoned at this point. Because now they're stuck, you know? With everything that GameStop's doing. I can't be there to be like, store mom and be like, if you're not safe, go home. Like, I'll figure it out, you know?
This is the one where Tegan gets survivor guilt.
Yeah, the episode where Tegan gets survivor guilt.
If you have worked at GameStop in the last 12 months and would like help on your resume, contact us at our Facebook. Period. And if I have the leftover money to help you, I will. Fuck them.
It's crazy. It's not worth it. Like, I don't enjoy digital games because I like owning a physical media, but
you like a totem. You want a totem.
I want the box with the art, and I want to know I'm going to be able to play, like, the main story mode of my game even when the server's shut down for online stuff. But no physical game is worth this. No physical item is worth this.
Right.
You know, it really is not.
People should not die for Animal Crossing.
They should not, no.
Yep.
Or Persona, or Doom, or Final Fantasy, or anything coming out.
It's
None
not
of those
worth
games.
It. Yep.
It's not that deep. Just order it online. Digital from the PlayStation Store, or whatever the heck. Just like...
I saw a response to the wildness that currently exists out there from Square Enix that made me mad. Because there are so many different stores currently breaking embargo on their Final Fantasy sales.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't swing a dead cat without finding a copy of Final Fantasy that is already in the wild. Like, it is everywhere.
Just let him go. Just let him go. Embargo's not worth it. Just let him go.
And here comes fucking Square Enix to be like, hey everybody, just to remind you, we're enforcing embargo, and if you post video footage of this game, we're going to copyright strike you.
That's fine. Don't post footage of the game. Just fucking play it on your own. Start up a new save if you gotta post footage. Or take the time and record the footage, and then don't fucking post it until the day the game comes out. It's not hard. This isn't hard. But
Tegan?
Also, who gives a shit? It's a video game. Yeah. Yeah, Brian? Yes, Brian?
No human being has an obligation to carry water for a corporation. And so when a corporation says, hey guys, remember, the reason that we're going to hit you with copyright strikes is because we want to make sure that there's no spoilers out there. I just kind of want to fucking scream that this is a remake of a 23-year-old video game.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. I understand that. But if someone is streaming or posting Let's Play of this game as part of their livelihood, if that's what they do for money now, like, you can hold off on posting those videos for a couple days so you don't get copyright strike and lose that source of income.
Okay, all right. And I will, and that is literally the only reason I will accept this argument, meaning that, like, if you're saying, like, hey, don't post it now so that way Squinix won't fuck you.
Yeah, that's it. Like, fuck Squinix at this point. Let the stores sell the game. Who gives a shit? They shouldn't be buying it anyway because they shouldn't be risking their lives for a video game, number one. Number two, if you do have the video game and now, like, streaming or posting videos on YouTube or whatever is your source of income, don't post the game until after the game has officially released.
Right.
That way you don't get copyright striked and fucked by Squinix.
Yep. I will accept that argument because that argument is based upon the accepted notion that these companies are trash. So.
Yes. They're behaving like trash, yes. Unacceptable.
Yep.
I am mad. Okay, I'm mad because my friend got Persona 5 Royale, right? And I cosplay Kasumi, and I was very excited. I was going to get to see Kasumi, right? Very thrilled. Absolutely tickled. And, we can't, they won't let us stream it. We can't stream Persona 5 Royale at all. None stream for Persona 5 Royale.
This is a remake of a video game which came out less than 24 months ago.
New elements based with a new game, with a new character, though, is the problem. Some story differences. And new character. And I want to meet this character. And I can't meet this character because we were going to play it. She was going to play it and I was going to watch. And I can't watch her play it now. Because we're social isolating and we're being good. And they won't let us stream it.
Oh.
Let us stream the game. Let's stream this game. We're social isolating. What the fuck?
First of all...
I anger.
Congrats to you.
I want to play game with my friend and I can't.
There are so many people who seem to be interpreting social isolating as, well, I guess I won't hug my friends when I go to their house. Thank you.
No, I'm not even going to her house.
Yes,
and she's not coming over here. We're really being, like, apart. And we want to play the game together and we can't. Because they won't let us stream it. So I can't watch her play, which is all I want to do. Rude.
Here's what you do.
What do I do, Brian? How do I get to watch it?
What's her name?
My friend?
Yes.
My friend named Haley.
Haley. This is
Haley
me, Brian, speaking directly to Haley. Haley, I'm going to ask you to be an outlaw rebel with this shit. I want you to stream on a platform which is not a major monetized video game streaming platform. Don't stream on, that big one. Don't stream on Mixer. Tegan, can you say the name of that big one for me?
Is it, the Twitch?
Yes.
Or the YouTube? The Twitch or the YouTube, either or.
Brian, I feel like I should remind you that's not the problem this time.
Okay.
Remember, it's Atlas, and, they have a deal with Sony that, they stop streaming at a hardware level.
Yeah, you can't stream from the PlayStation.
But that problem only exists if you're trying to use the native streaming output software feature of the PS4. So, if what you're actually doing is outputting to a capture card, you're fine.
Right.
So, if you're just running an HDMI cable somewhere and hoping that the button does something, you're right. You're fucked. But if you're running it to a capture card, you're good.
So if we run it to a capture, could we theoretically run it to a capture card and put it through like Discord screen share?
Yes, you can. And because of the privacy of Discord servers, literally no one would ever know.
Hey, other friends who are trying to watch Persona 5 Royale stream. Hey, other people who are friends who are social distancing like good little beans who want to watch their friends play Persona 5 Royale. Hey, are you listening?
This is Brian, both telling you to break the law and be wholesome. Do it.
Good on you for social distancing. Here's how you get around that shit.
Yep.
I just want to meet Kasumi. I want to make good TikToks of Kasumi.
Okay.
Let me do it.
Can we pause here to talk about TikTok for a second?
How good it is? Yes, it's good. TikTok's good. TikTok's fun.
I want to say the words, friends, grant me this thirst. Which one of you was the deep inhale on that?
That was Rocky. Rocky did the deep inhale.
Okay.
I don't know how to grant thirst. I think that's something only Rocky can honor you with.
The thirst is within you the whole time. He's asking for an opportunity to express it. He has said opportunity.
Okay. TikTok. I don't know how many koala challenge videos you guys have watched.
None. I'm mostly watching D&D stuff.
My number is also 0.
All right, so
What is a koala challenge?
Okay. So the koala challenge occurs when... There we go.
Brian
Sorry, guys.
has blessed us with his thirst. Let's see what this is about.
I've delivered to you an example of the koala challenge.
She jumped onto him, and now she's like climbing over him like he's a jungle gym.
Like a koala.
The goal, it appears, is to do like a complete circle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. And there's something about these fucking koala challenge videos which is just doing it for me.
For sure.
Because they're like the most wholesome, gropey videos you could possibly imagine.
Okay, but koala challenge videos and TikTok.
Yep. TikTok in general has like unlocked a whole bunch of people who haven't normally been like masters of thirst trapping to be like, oh, I now have a TikTok. Like, so there are people who previously haven't even been laying thirst traps in the wilderness and are now the most effective thirst trappers of their packs. And which means that you'll have a day where you're sitting there and you'll be like, God, I won't live to see 2021. God, I won't live to see 2021. God, I won't live to see 2021. I hope I can sleep 4 consecutive hours today. I'm eating noodles out of a cup again. God, I won't live to see 2021. Man, this TikTok gets me fucking going.
I can see how that's a bit of a tempo change.
It's fucking weird, my dude.
See, I'm just over here, since I can't play D&D, I'm watching a bunch of D&D TikToks of, like, shenanigans between, like, different party members, or, like, there's a bunch of people on TikTok who have made, like, roleplay situations where, like, there are tavern owners, quote-unquote tavern owners, who are like, I run a tavern, this is my tavern, talk to other people you see in this chain of people who are in my tavern right now, and you can go on quests, and I'll assign quest lines, and, like, we'll do all kinds of, like, solo interactions and stuff. You know, here's, like, a group starter, and then each of these can, like, branch off into different directions and sort of stuff, and, like, that kind of thing. And I'm like, what a nice way to do cosplay and D&D all at once. It's like the Hogwarts Professor, like, TikTok series. Have you seen those? Those are fun. Those are also fun.
Tegan, I'm not sure if you know this.
I don't know anything, no. I am an innocent baby.
There is a whole bunch of people out there who have never thirst trapped before.
I don't even know what thirst trapping is.
Rocky, define thirst trap.
Sure. Like, it's, usually it's, you have a limited medium, like photo, but in some cases video, that are designed to, garner sexual interest or attention, but it is premised over something innocuous. Like,
right.
Like, check out my new hat, while, like, there's, like, a girl in, like, a brassiere or something. Like, it's
right.
something like that.
Okay.
Yep.
So, like, they're evoking the thirst. They know they're being sexy, but, like, they're posting content that they could be like, but it's not sexy.
Right. That's thirst trapping.
Right.
Gotcha.
And there's both, what I would call, like, sincere thirst trapping, where you know you're thirst trapping, but you are still honoring the rules of the thirst trap, meaning that you're just being like, I love my new purse. This is a picture of me and my purse. And you're like, really? This is a picture of your purse? Because I have to tell you, I've never seen makeup which is more on point, and them teddies is levitating. And then there's the, like, post-ironic, this is what happened when the world died, just right out there in the open thirst trapping.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, like, people who will post a picture of themselves with their purse doing a traditional thirst trap picture on, like, Instagram or whatever, but the caption is like, whatever, this is a thirst trap, please get hard for me. And you're just like, Jesus Christ, like, quarantine loneliness is changing people.
Oh, Brian, there are so many people that really need to go outside, but they can't go outside.
It's a fucking thing. And so, like, you go on your social media, which is, you're used to being one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's, like, all of these, like, lonely fucking horny people sitting in their fucking houses. And you're like, there are going to be so many quarantine babies.
I mean, on the plus side, they're going to be mostly Sagittariuses and Capricorns, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, fine. Could be worse. They could all be Scorpios. Brian, could you imagine? Could you imagine, like, an entire generation of Scorpios? Be ridiculous.
Well, definitely be a different kind of world.
It really depends on how long this shit is going on for. I mean, I'm just saying that we could have multiple signs in this burst. Like, we moving into a baby boom. Like, I'm just saying, you know. But yeah, like, there's all these thirst traps. All these thirst traps. And I gotta say, like, Tegan, when I saw on Instagram that you were getting yourself a fucking TikTok, there was a part of me that said, oh no.
And then I post Animal Crossing stuff and cosplay, so, like, nope.
I was afraid.
Oh no.
I was like, is Tegan here to trap?
No, I'm not here to trap. I'm here to post cute content and show off my cosplay because I can't go to conventions. That's it.
And that became apparent quickly, but, like, you announced the TikTok.
I did.
And that was the fear.
Oh.
It seemed to be like it was a 1-2 punch on most of the internet, which is 1, announced the TikTok, 2, thirst trap.
I see.
And so, like, basically what I saw was, like, Tegan do step 1.
Announce the TikTok.
And I was like, oh god.
And then step 2, posted just a bad thing about buying the $1 million bell crown in Animal Crossing.
And for all I knew, like, what Tegan would do is, like, pull out the, like most scoopy, scallopy, like, dainty lingerie possible, then, like, hold up her Switch. Be like, look, I got the $1 million bell crown. And be like, Jesus Christ, I didn't know they made 14-inch heels.
Yeah, nope, and I'm wearing a hoodie that I made for myself that's got Pikachu stripes on the back of it because I wore it for a cosplay of Pikachu. And it's just, I spent all my money. And
Also,
Tom Nook's gonna come for me and take my house.
Getting vaguely back on topic, shoutouts to Wingstop, who also got cited in the same complaint as GameStop and Hobby Lobby.
Yay!
I'm also glad that there's something about Wingstop, which means that despite the fact that restaurants can still offer delivery service. There's something about the way Wingstop's business license, the way it's written, which means that, like, they're not an essential business. That, like...
I gotta have Wing Tuesdays with the boys. Wing Tuesday with the boys!
But it obviously means that, like, they did something previously to make their business license cheaper. They cut some corners somewhere. And now they're having a difficult time, like, offering that contactless delivery.
Whoops.
Rocky, do you have a favorite thirst trap so far?
You mean like all time, or are you just talking about like in the...
I'm talking your quarantine. I only want to hear about the quarantine traps.
Quarantine!
Honestly, I've been less interested in thirst traps lately.
That's because you're working on the bells.
I mean, I'm trying to get that 5M. I'll get there. It's gonna take a couple weeks, but I'll get there. It's all these fucking eggs. But it's whatever.
I commend you on your hard bell-making work, and promise to, in this rare occasion, carry the banner as the thirstiest member of this show.
I always believed Brian.
Like, we never knew this day would come. Tegan?
Mm-hmm.
Heavy is the head that wears the corona.
Well, I don't wear the corona, but I do wear the million bell crown. It is small.
Tegan, corona means crown, motherfucker.
Oh.
Yes.
Stupid. I am stupid. I'm a little stupid, but that's okay.
Relax.
I can be a little stupid as a treat. I don't have to be the smartest person on this show all the time.
Tegan, what's the next story?
So, I don't know if y'all know this. Maybe you do know this. You know the Humvees. Right? You know Humvees.
Yeah, they're cars. They're almost
They're
exclusively
cars.
owned by dickheads.
Yep. So, you know Humvees are a featured vehicle in that one video game that I love so much, Duty Calls.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Ground the Boots.
Yeah, they ground the boots, exactly. Well, AM General has sued Activision, right? By saying that the Humvee that is featured in their war game has helped Activision reap billions of dollars in revenue.
Oh my god, that's broke
because
behavior.
It's in the game. Mm-hmm.
That's so whack. That's so lame. Like, oh
right? It's
my
great.
god.
It's great. And because the Humvee is like a trademark of AM General, and Activision did not ask permission to use what is, you know, a war vehicle in a war game, they tried to sue. But they, fucking lost.
They should have.
The judge has ruled that Activision's use is not misleading, and it is integral to the company's attempt to produce an accurate, realistic portrayal of warfare in its games. And so, AM General lost, Activision won, Humvee gets to stay in the games.
Could you imagine the spicy gamer takes? It's like, I've been playing this game, they're telling me that this hasn't been a Humvee this whole time? I'm never buying another Duty Calls game.
This isn't how the Humvee actually works, is in the war times? Whatever, my dude.
It's like, AM General says, Activision has been infringing on our copyright by using our storied and historic vehicle in their video games without any permission or compensation to the copyright holder. That's so broke. Like,
right?
that's
And
so
also, like,
lame.
it's a fucking car in a fucking video game where I want my boots on the ground. Like, what the fuck do you care? All it's doing is exposing an entire player base to your fucking vehicle and going, man, this thing is so cool. I don't know why you'd fucking sue a company over that, but whatever, man. It's your money, I guess.
So, like, obviously this started, like, years ago, but some, like, C-level executive finally went home and, like, saw his kid playing Call of Duty, and it's like, hey, that's one of ours. And it's like, what? Yeah, who cares? And then, like, he goes back and it's like, hey, has Activision ever asked us? It's like, no, why would they? It's like, they owe us money. Oh my god. Oh, this is so embarrassing.
It's ridiculous. It's its own brand of, like, this is dumb. But also, like, it was the kind of, like, quality dumb story that I feel like we need in these trying times, you know? It's like Nintendo offering us eggs via Bunny Day in these trying times.
God, I wish they were just offering eggs. They've taken over my world. The eggs have conquered my island, Tegan.
Eggs are so... I don't know if I don't think I have all of the Bunny Day recipes yet, but I think I'm getting close. I've made so much stuff, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to do those string bunny lights all the way around my goddamn room.
Okay. Well, then for the first talk, which is a landlord, I'm going to hand the mic back over to Punch Goalpost, so that way he can speak openly and without equivocation, which I feel like I might not be able to do. Hey everybody, this is Punch Goalpost, not a fictional character. What's up, guys?
Welcome back, Punch.
So, as you guys know, I live in the Phoenix metro area.
Right.
I'm close to Brian. We're homies. So, on Wednesday, Brian and I received an email that went like this. Wednesday was the first of the month, by the way. I hope this email finds everyone safe and healthy. The current pandemic has been extremely stressful for our country, and our health system will certainly be put to the test. I've been asked how this crisis has impacted rentals, so I thought I would create this email. Governor Doug Ducey has created a 120-day order delaying enforcement of eviction for renters impacted by COVID-19. Some tenants have been misled into believing that they no longer have an obligation to pay rent. This is incorrect. Executive order does not relieve obligations under a lease, including the obligation to pay rent. If a tenant fails to pay rent, a landlord may get a judgment enforceable detainer, but the court officer, i.e. the sheriff or constable, will not facilitate you being removed from the property. However, one of the following must apply for the tenant to qualify for the governor's executive order, and the tenant must provide documentation. A, be quarantined based on a diagnosis of COVID-19. B, is ordered by a licensed medical professional to self-quarantine. C, required to be quarantined based on someone else in the home being diagnosed with COVID-19. D, has a health condition making the tenant more at risk for COVID-19 than the average person. E, has suffered substantial loss of income resulting from COVID-19. After the time expires, the governor's executive order, the tenant will have to move, leaving them with an eviction and bad credit on their record. There are better alternatives to stopping your rent payment, including the new Arizona Rental Payment Assistance Program. Please visit fill-in website here if you need to apply for this rental assistance. Also, the federal government will be sending out checks very soon in the amount of $1,200 per each adult and $500 per child, which you may find to be some sort of short-term financial relief. Thank you for all of you who have already paid your April rent. Again, this was sent out the morning of April 1st. The afternoon of April 1st, Brian received a call from his landlord saying, "Are you paying rent?"
Wow. That's not very nice. Like, I wonder if he called everybody.
Well,
And even if he did call everybody, like, not everybody checks their email all the goddamn time. Rude.
it is rude. An email which is sent out to say, "There's nothing I am doing for you." Like, an email which says, "I will leave you naked in the streets," like, "Give me my money," is the most landlord email of all landlord emails. Isn't that great?
I'm not sure great's the right word.
Well, what word would you use, Rocky?
Barbaric?
Shitty?
These sound like good words.
I only use the best words.
When he called Brian, he thought that the reason that Brian was offended was because he thought that Brian felt he had been confused for a bad tenant.
Yeah, like your good person, your good one status was like in question.
Mm-hmm.
And not that he's just being a general asshole.
Right.
Right.
And he said the sentence to Brian, look, there are able-bodied adults out here who have lost their job who don't think they just need to find another one. Kind of found that offensive when Brian told me about it, you know?
Yeah, maybe he should go find a job.
Yeah. I think it's especially offensive, based on the fact that Brian told me that his rent literally directly pays into this guy's retirement account. Meaning that this is not even the money that this guy will live on. This is the money that this guy will live on whenever he ultimately retires.
Oh, God. That's worse.
Isn't it?
Hmm.
It's very bad. Well, I'm going to turn it back over to Brian because there was something else he wanted to bitch about, and he's just... You know how he is. Guys. Brian here.
Welcome back.
And thanks, Punch Goalpost. Why don't you go hang out in the backyard with Charge Majones and smoke some fucking weed?
For your fucking designated 4 hours of outdoor sunshine time.
Ugh.
Oh, God.
Get that fucking dab with the fucking hottest lighter.
It's all about terps these days, man.
Sure is. Jesus! So, this is supposed to be, globally, the biggest weekend of the year for wrestling. Regardless of whether or not you personally care about WrestleMania, there are supposed to be things for you to love this weekend. Like, your faves are making moves. Wrestling is happening in a big way. It's really sad because so many of these people who successfully do make a full-time living as wrestlers are now out here struggling like the 55% of Americans who have zero savings, saying like, hey, I have no savings and this was supposed to be like my weekend and none of the money's there. What's even more like emotionally frustrating is that like while this community does come together, and I have personally dumped $200 into offsetting the disappearance of like missing wrestling shows, that there's a huge portion of the internet which is like working on these carefully crafted posts telling people, well, why don't you have a real job? Like, you're not in a real wrestling league.
What?
So this is, yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm. And a lot of wrestlers are also people who have, Patreons where they do stuff like share their road diaries and share like additional content, which is also turned into this like weird, ugly theater where Twitter decides to talk about how Patreon is bad. I take umbrage with this on like so many different levels. Like, number one, like Patreon is simply a way to just more directly connect with people who emotionally engage with your work. And like, two, it's not like you work any less hard on your other content because you also produce Patreon content. Guys, since we got a Patreon, has there been a day where we like rolled into bed and said, you know what, fuck it? We got Patreon content, so fuck them other people?
No.
In fact, I honestly feel like the real concern that we've had has been the other way around. We're like, are we fucking the Patreon people? Have we had that conversation? Like, be real and honest for me.
I think it's come up before.
Okay. And it's fine. We did decide, because of the way that thresholds are set on the Patreon, that we are in fact not fucking the Patreon people, because there are certain dollar amount thresholds that we set for objectives to be met that we have not hit. We're like, oh, we're not fucking the Patreon people because we're not hitting these dollar value thresholds, which are publicly transparent to our customers. So anyone can go to our Patreon, see how much money we're making, and go like, oh, these guys literally make $16 a month on Patreon. Whatever. They're not hitting their goal. But these people who are just like sitting out here camping on an indie wrestler's Twitters, telling them that they're pieces of shit, and that, like, well, your entire life is a failure because we've encountered a once-in-a-century pandemic, really, really infuriates me. There is a website, iwtv.live, which is the website for independentwrestling.tv, and they are a really great company that pays out promotions based on number of hours watched, and they have any number of like free promo codes for like 20-day trial periods. Fish around on Twitter, find one of these promo codes that gets you 3 weeks, and go hook it up and just watch a bunch of wrestling, because IWTV is paying out promotions based on how many hours are watched. So even if you don't necessarily like super care about wrestling, how much would it hurt you to keep open a second Chrome window where wrestling is playing while you do other stuff? Doesn't sound like a bad proposition to me. Also, if it is something where you're like, oh, I'd like to engage more with this from a position of curiosity, like, engage with us through any one of our social media platforms, and I will try and find you a promotion that will like speak to your interest. For example, like if Rocky were to say to me, like, Brian, I'm interested in watching stuff that these people have available, I would say to him, Rocky, I know you need to immediately watch Zona 23. Go just drink their shit in, you'll love it. And for Tegan, I would say, let me think about it. I'll get back to you in about 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But seriously, like, this is, as far as like an entire genre of artist, the most catastrophic thing possible. Like, picture if if the most important weekend of the year for actors or animators or this is, without a doubt, this weekend, the most important weekend of the year, period, for wrestlers, regardless of whether or not they're signed with WWE. This is the weekend where they make a stupid big amount of money. And that's gone now. So, if you just like the idea of independent artists being able to feed themselves, and you've already got yourself taken care of, and your family taken care of, and you've already supported the arts that you personally care about, then maybe throw some wrestling's way this weekend, because this is when wrestling hurts the most. Gosh, that was a huge downer. I'd like to talk about something which makes us all mad, which is Randy Pitchford.
Okay. I'm ready to be mad at Randy Pitchford again.
Okay.
I believe we were very mad at Randy Pitchford last year. Is that correct?
That sounds about right, yeah.
Okay. So what if I told you that Randy Pitchford signed a contract with 2K Games, which included a bonus structure for his employees with the benchmarks for when that bonus was to be paid out to his employees?
I mean, that sounds reasonable.
And then he kept all the money for himself.
And that sounds like Randy Pitchford.
That sounds shitty. Why do you keep all the money? Did they not meet, like, the goals or whatever?
Oh, no. The game in question for which these bonuses were paid is one of Gearbox's most successful games ever. The Borderlands 3 is the second most profitable game in the history of Gearbox software.
Oh.
Tegan?
Don't like that.
Me neither.
So 2K Games paid the bonuses.
Yes.
And Randy Pitchford has them.
Yes.
And he should be distributing them to his employees.
Yep.
However,
not.
he is not.
And in fact, those bonuses included a $12 million bonus for Randy, which was supposed to be paid out upon hitting profit benchmarks for the game.
Oh, but he took that early, right?
He took that early. He paid himself out upon signing the contract.
He's just like, oh yeah, this $12 million, don't worry about it, man. You know I'm good for it. And he just fucking walks with it.
Oh, Jesus. What an asshat.
Mm-hmm.
If GameStop hadn't already basically taken our two biggest categories of bullshit and evil corporations, I'd say Randy Pitchford was trying to win again. You know.
And I would agree, but being that this is also the same week that Elon Musk, who pledged to convert Tesla factories to respirator factories, delivered
CPAP machines, right? A fucking dipshit.
Yes, Roggy. He delivered a bunch of CPAP machines.
What a fucking idiot. He knows those are different things, right?
Probably not. He's not a medical genius. I'm not even sure if he's a genius at all, but like, god damn it.
A fool and a buffoon.
Although he does need to do something video game related for him to actually win our category. I'm sure he'll come up with something. He always does.
I feel like in a year where potentially most of the year will be lost to quarantine, that we may create some kind of like extenuating circumstances rule that at least allow him to be nominated based on this behavior.
How about like the fact that he won last year?
There we go.
He's allowed to be nominated this year?
Yeah. Because it is kind of amazing that he just showed up with a bunch of CPAP machines. It was like, congratulate me!
Yeah, he said a thing like a while ago where he was like, yeah, we imported a bunch of masks, but they're stuck at LAX. And LAX, like the airport responded like, we don't have any shipments for you at all stuck here. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Can you still believe that Twitter's a free website?
I wish it wasn't.
It's amazing.
God, can you imagine how much more pleasant Twitter would be if you simply had to pay $1 to get on Twitter? Just $1.
I feel like there'd be enough people that wouldn't do it.
The amount of, like, Russian bots that would eliminate.
Honestly, I think that might make it more bot-exclusive territory. Because, like, you just have one guy drop, like, 10 grand, and then he can just put, like, 10,000 bots into the ecosystem. I'm not really defending its current state. I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't think I want to be able to say that certain people should be or shouldn't be on Twitter. I think everyone deserves like to be able to be shouted down. But I do think some more people should be shouted down than others.
I feel like the more money you have, the more you should be subjected to scrutiny. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get
Fair
that.
enough.
Because you have the money to repair your image. So who cares? Randy Pitchford, personally, I will make you a deal. If you give me $200,000, I will say nice stuff about you for the rest of the year. $200,000, tax-free, one-time gift. I will say nice things about you through the end of December.
I don't think he has the power to give you tax-free. I guess you could say with tax.
No, I'm going to say tax-free. I want it in cash. I want it untraceable.
Ooh, that's interesting.
But I will say nice things about you for the rest of the year. I'll talk about how massive your dong is, or whatever the fuck you want, for $200,000 cash.
For $250K, Grimes can come on the show and sing your praises.
This seems fair. I want to personally profit from the bootlicking if I'm going to be doing it.
Yep.
Tegan, what's this about the ESA? What the fuck are they up to?
So, the ESA has designed a reimagined E3 for 2021.
Okay.
Yeah. So, we all know they canceled the E3 this year, right? And IGN announced that they're going to be doing an online Summer of Gaming event in early June with, like, Square and Bandai Namco and 2K Games and stuff. So, like, I don't know if anything else is going on. I assume Nintendo's going to do a Direct still. You know, whatever their E3 Direct would have been. They're just going to do all their streaming stuff, so whatever. But the ESA announced E3 for 2021 will be June 15th through 17th. And that it's going to be all new. Ooh, it's going to have a different thing, but they didn't elaborate on it, because why would they?
Because they have no fucking idea. Like, I hope that they end up just doing what Keighley was trying to tell them to do. Because, you know, that would just be poetic justice. Just chef's kiss. But, yeah, I don't think they have any idea what they want to do. They just want to admit that it needs to change, and hope that that's enough. And maybe they don't change anything at all. But, you know, we'll see.
I'm sure they'll figure it out, and I'm positive we'll get more news as it comes, and we will let you know what they say.
Man, I can't wait till they let us just gut open the ESA and take it over. I'm so excited.
God, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a whole time. So yeah, look forward to that. Rocky, you are covering the Nintendo news this week, it appears.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
So that's usually my bag, so, like, I'm interested to hear what you have scooped up.
Well, it wasn't just me. Like, VentureBeat actually said that they, came across a report from Nintendo saying that they're going to remaster most of Mario's 35-year back catalog for Nintendo Switch.
Ooh.
After some clarification, they have confirmed that 64 and a deluxe version of the 2013 Wii U game, Super Mario 3D World, will be bolstered with new content and levels. But the big news, and honestly the news that I really care about, is that they're preparing to announce a new installment in the Paper Mario series.
Ooh.
And,
Okay. I feel like there's news important and terrible, which has been left out so far.
Go ahead.
News which is important is that once we started to get this stuff from reputable sources, which I'm going to call Schreier and Klepek. So, like, once Schreier and Klepek started reporting on it, the games that they said that were going to be either rebuilt or remastered were Mario 64, Mario 3D World, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, and that fucking nightmare, Super Mario Sunshine.
You mean my favorite one, Super Mario Sunshine?
Tegan, is this a bit?
I really like Super Mario Sunshine. I thought it was really fun. I had a lot of fun playing Super Mario Sunshine.
I also had fun playing Sunshine.
I want to thank everyone for listening to the last episode of Impossible Coin.
This is like the fifth time we've had a last episode of Impossible Coin just because I've said I liked a game that you did not like.
This is the show that doesn't die, Tegan. Like, every time Brian kills it, we go back in the timeline and bring it back.
Ah, okay. I see.
But the difference between this and the other 4 games is that Super Mario Sunshine is like the It Follows of games. You know?
I also liked It Follows.
No, It Follows is good. It's a good movie. I'm just saying that, like, Mario Sunshine is like an It Follows. I'm referring to the monster of It Follows as an It Follows.
Sure.
I'm just saying that if you like Mario Sunshine, it changes you and it'll eventually kill you.
Okay, I'm almost done, I swear. Jesus Christ, what? Brian? Oh, man. Brian is apparently, he knows we're gonna die of liking Scott. Never mind. Go ahead. Continue, Brian.
I'll tell you what, the first time you jump into the fucking water riding a Yoshi, and the Yoshi turns into a splash of green ink, that's when you know that the fucking cancer is metastasized. Like, it's just...
That was definitely trippy. I'm not gonna say it gave me nightmares, but it was unsettling.
Yep. So just don't. Go all in or don't. You know, you pick one. I mean, I would favor going all in, but just remember, Mario Sunshine is a bad time. It is a bad video game. It's a bad game for bad people.
I had fun.
It's not a bad game for bad people.
I liked fighting like the Shadow Manta Ray. I had a good time.
Oh, damn! You didn't love the titillating story bit that like Bowser lied about Bowser Jr.'s mom being Peach,
right?
And that just makes me feel bad for whoever Bowser Jr.'s mom really is. I hope she's pissed somewhere.
I want to know who she is.
True. But Brian, you're missing the lead here. There's gonna be a new Paper Mario game.
Yeah, a new Paper Mario game.
And it's gonna be like the good ones. No Paper Jam, no Sticker Star, no
I
Super
feel like
Paper
the hot titties here is Galaxy 1 and 2 without stupid motion controls.
Okay. I think the motion controls were fine. I guess it would be better if it was just like dedicated to pad.
You mean like a fucking video game? Alright, continue.
Okay. Alright, Brian. I was okay with motion controls. I think they did interesting things. I think with Mario, it was a little unpolished. I can accept that. But I'm not going to call them outright bad.
I'm just saying that, like, Galaxy can go from a great game to a goat.
If you just, plugged in a controller? No, I'm kidding.
Yep. New Paper Mario is also hot news.
Oh, man, I just want to know the stories. I hope there's, I hope they really, lean on some older stuff. I want to see... You know what I want? I want New Game Plus to be Paper Luigi. I want that so bad. I hope there's, some, return of some characters. Because there's always been, a Koopa, because there's always Koopas around. But, between Koops and Cooper, I hope Cooper, comes back as, a... developed and trained archaeologist, but he's still shitty at his job because his master was also really shitty at it. I hope Sushi's back. I hope we see Watt again, but Watt's the fucking son. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. The game did wacky shit.
I would also enjoy if they also announced the Super Paper Luigi game that I really, really want.
Mm-hmm.
You know? The one where he goes to the fucking Candy Kingdom or whatever and rescues a pancake princess. Whatever the fuck he's talking about
Waffle
in the Thousand Year
Princess,
Door.
compass pieces.
Yeah, where he's in Thousand Year Door. He's like, I'm also on an adventure for another country. I want to see that adventure. Please give me that adventure. It's going to be goofy and stupid. Please, I love Luigi, and I want him to have a Paper Mario game.
Also, all of his, companions have always been Luigi's fucking insane! He threw me into a fucking volcano! We're like, holy shit, dudes, please, slow down.
Yeah, he's like, I just want to be good like Mario, and then he does, wacky shit. I love it.
No, I've got the answer to all our problems.
Mm-hmm.
Which is that in addition to all the things you guys just mentioned, that there is one more... actually, the important part is that none of this is announced yet. Just basically, Nintendo the Leaky Rowboat leaked.
Yeah.
And ultimately, it finally got to guys we can trust, which are Schreier and Klepek. And we're like, okay, now we know this is real. Here's what I want to hear them say. Coming this fall.
Oh my god, a Super Princess Peach remake.
Super Mario RPG.
Ooh.
Legend of the Eighth Star.
That could be dope. I could fuck with that.
Directed.
Nope. I don't like it already. As soon as he added directed, I'm out.
Oh my god.
Directed by Tetsuya Nomura.
We'd never get it.
Fucking Tetsuya Nomura. Watch him put like 8 fucking belts on like
Are you not ready for Buckle Mario?
I don't want Buckle Mario.
Mario's already got like 2 buckles, technically.
I tell you what I am ready for. And again, please attribute this to the quarantine. And if you're a maker of fan art out there, please send this directly to my DMs. I'm ready for Buckle Peach. Please send me Buckle Peach.
Okay.
You see, Rocky made that noise because he knows and he acknowledges.
Brian, I will not allow you this thirst.
Look, if you make fan art, Brian, if you find someone who you really like the fan art of, you can just commission them for that. You could pay someone money for that.
Okay, but the thing is the way this works, Tegan, is it's only valid if you find it in the wilderness.
Oh, I see.
Okay?
Okay.
Unless it exists, you don't get to unzip.
I don't
know what that means. I don't know what that... I don't want to know what that means. Don't tell me what that means. I don't need to know what that means.
I'm just saying, like, Buckle Peach should exist. Rocky, why shouldn't there be Buckle Peach?
Because it already exists and it's not good.
Where is there Buckle Peach?
It's not canon, but like, it's out there and it's not good.
See? Which means it's probably some reckless Buckle Peach.
I don't know, Bran. I've seen enough of like the concept that I don't know if I even want it to be good at this point. Like, I'm that serious. Like, it's just ugh.
All right, guys. I'm just gonna say this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna leave it at this. I just found me a Buckle Peach.
Of course you did. If, like, did you just throw a rock into the ocean that's the internet? Because, like, that's how I would have done it.
No, I actually needed to use...
You opened DeviantArt.
Nope. I needed to use, like, 4 different internet searches to ultimately find myself a Buckle Peach.
What? Okay.
Look.
Uh-huh.
Don't trust in the power of thirst here. Because SEO does not prioritize thirst. I'm just saying, I eventually found a Buckle Peach. And I'll be in my bunk.
Okay, Brian. So I guess, Tegan, that means that we're not really doing what came out on Steam today?
Oh.
Yeah, sounds...
Oh, that's
sounds
a segment!
Like
yeah, but you're going to your bunk, man.
Yeah, but also, like, we haven't done what comes out on Steam today in, like, a couple weeks.
This is also true.
We did... Alright, we didn't do it last week because last week was an interview. And we didn't do it the week before because that was when we were first acclimating ourselves to the fact that this is the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world, Brian.
1 second. Finding out what came out on Steam today. This Buckle Peach, man, I tell you what. 7 titles came out on Steam today. First up is Saul Hell, lead a team of dead slayers, mithril-wielding defenders of humanity.
Sure.
Against armies of the dead in this turn-based tactics game. You'll face hordes of enemy, both dead and otherwise, as you try to understand your place in this world. Like, look, I already have trouble with my place in the world. I don't need some fucking game to reinforce my personal crises. Despite cartoonish presentation, topics of this game include use of perception-enhancing substances, genocide, terror, many forms of violence, including violence against pregnant women. All right.
Yeah, I don't need any of this.
Me either.
Yep. 2 thumbs down, Soul Hell. Still not a fucking Buckle Peach. Next up is Let's Cook Together. Let's Cook Together is a cooperative, family-friendly game for 2. Play with your spouse, your kid, your grandparent, or your friend. This game is $11.04, which, as we know from this segment, might as well be $1 million. Rocky, do you laugh because it's true?
Yeah.
It kind of looks like every other cooking game.
Sure.
But, like, more low-key and you can smoke weed.
So, like, oh, wait, what is the name of that show? There's a show where they specifically cook with weed.
I'm aware that it exists. I'm more thinking that show where, like, David Chang exists and sometimes Seth Rogen shows up.
That's the same show.
I'm sorry, Ugly Delicious is not the show you're looking for.
Oh, no, it's not Ugly Delicious.
But that does mean it's another show I should watch.
But I could have sworn... well, it's fine.
Okay. Next up is Iron Blood VR.
Well, yeah, blood contains iron, sure.
A sci-fi team shooter with various characters. Each character possesses unique weapons and skills.
So it's a hero shooter.
All characters are able to communicate by teleporting to their allies, which makes the game insanely dynamic. By the way, a teleportation beam is lethal to your enemies.
Do they mean like a telepathic beam?
No, it appears to be in teleportation, so it's standard VR movement problems. But if you use VR movement to go to your enemy, it just auto kills them.
I guess that's convenient.
I bet their matchmaking lobby is all the fun. Next up is Trusty Brothers.
It's called Two Brothers. Good.
Yeah, it sounds like Two Brothers.
Trust Me Brother is a local 2-player co-op game. Grab your friend, start the adventure, find the great sun treasures around you. If you fall, it must be that you didn't trust each other enough.
Oh, wow. Alright.
Man, fuck off.
This guy's clearly never had a brother.
Seriously. My sister's a fucking monster. There are some textures in here that were clearly stolen from a 3D Sonic game. I'm not even kidding.
Hell yeah.
I mean, a lot of textures.
Oh no.
In fact, I'm going to just go ahead and throw a link to this Steam description into our chat and ask you guys to please look at the fucking all the ground surfaces in this game.
Some of these do look kind of Sonic-ish.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yep.
I almost want to be like, that needs to be changed to like, if you make it through the thing, then how did your familial relationship survive that? Because my brother would have left me out to starve. You know? My non-existent brother, of course. I don't have a brother.
I think, well, it depends on which brother, but at least two of them, we definitely had to split up, like, in the second act to, you know, learn something about, like, the fact that we're stronger together than apart or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then maybe we would join in the third act, or maybe we fight to the death. It's kind of a coin flip.
Huh. Next up is Spelunking.
Oh, no.
The Mind Match. Dig in.
This sounds like a blatant ripoff.
Yeah, not a fan.
Gotta tell you, I'm already getting that vibe.
They haven't even done anything yet.
I mean, you guys know how I feel about Match 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
You know they are a personal passion and that I love them.
Right.
This looks like a bad Match 3 game. Dig into the deep Match 3 expedition. Take a dive into the mine. Search for your grandpa's lost items. Collect precious stones to help the villagers. To rebuild Farnsbury. Reach the bottom of the old mine and become the Spelunk King or Queen. Okay, look. I'm going to be real here for a second. Lean in close.
Alright.
And I'm speaking now to the Match 3 video game makers. Not necessarily to Rocky or Tegan. Are you making Match 3 video game? Are you looking to sauce it up with characters? We're going to need two things to happen. One, they need to be hot, big titty whores.
Brian, not every character Match 3 game needs to be mirror. Like, I feel like this needs to be said.
Okay. And that's fair. They don't need to be mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Match 3 games were filled with hot, big titty whores before mirror. But,
That's
like,
true.
mirror was just, like, the best execution of that in its year.
Yeah. I'd arguably say the decade.
Ooh. God damn, that raises a... Oh, man. All right. Decade.
Yeah. Best big titty Match 3 puzzle game of the decade. Mirror. I'll take that.
Okay. Which means that, like, what you're saying is that in the NCAA tournament that starts out with 64 games and ultimately comes down to a final game, and you're pitting Mirror against Honey Pop.
Yes, I am. Also, I'd love to see that in a bonus episode. Can we do the March Madness bracket, but with big titty, like,
Big titty Match 3 games?
Yeah.
I will... Okay, look. I'll do that, but I won't do it alone. So if there's somebody who is willing to... And I think starting with 64 is probably going to be exhausting and a waste of our time. But I think starting with 32 or 16, so that way we're not, like, sending people to go download bad Match 3 titty games. Like, I basically want to make sure that, like, if anybody downloads any Match 3 titty game that we talk about, it's a good Match 3 titty game.
Then I guess we need to do our homework.
Yes, but I am happy to do that episode.
Okay, cool.
It is an incredibly fun, narrow, specific genre. A good Match 3 titty game, which executes on all levels, is an absolute joy. It just, they come along so rarely, and so many of them are pretenders to the throne, and then totally fail. Ergo, me yelling at this spelunking the mind match game. Where I'm just like, who are you even fucking kidding? Like...
Also, I may have missed it, but Spelunking doesn't have big titty anime girls or anything, right?
It does. It does.
Oh, okay. Then we gotta add it to the list, dude. Add it to the heap. Brian, you need to start a new doc.
I want our listeners to know that I now am fucking shouldering the boulder up the hill of looking at a bunch of big titty Match 3 games.
Braver than the Marines. Check them out.
Now that I have found the courage to fucking eschew turnips, I think I've got it all figured out.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
I don't know whether you're joking or not, but okay. And then the last game we have today... Oh my god, I hate video games.
Okay.
You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you're ready, but are in fact not ready?
I actually never think I'm ready, but I'm usually pleasantly surprised. Hit me with it, man.
So I'm going to have to open a beer for this.
Oh, God.
It's that bad.
This will be fun.
Hobo Living VR.
That's astonishingly bad.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to be homeless?
Holy
Shit. Rocky, you thought I was fucking kidding.
I definitely wasn't sure.
You thought I was engaging in hyperbole. Sometimes realize that the nightmare world I see is real. You need to make money any way you can. Purchase the essentials for living on the street. The daytime is good for begging for change, busking, or doing odd jobs. Upon initial early access release, you will be able to beg for change. But busking and odd jobs will be added later on after initial release.
Whack.
At night, hobos must sleep. But depending on how the day is gone, you may not be able to sleep without the aid of drugs or alcohol. Wow, this game. Holy shit. Money can be used to purchase drugs or alcohol from the corner store. Stealing is also an option, But be careful, or you can also end up in jail for... Wow! You must also manage bodily functions. Wait too long, and you'll make a smelly mess. That might get you in trouble. Keeping healthy is important, but because sleep is a must, you may need to do some unhealthy things to make that happen. Alcohol and sleeping pills help, but they can degrade your health. Eventually, you will be able to gather enough money to rent the apartment located above the local store and get you off the street for good. This is... wow.
Brian, I know you got words in there.
Very rarely are we so overtly privileged now to witness the full majesty of privileged white male idiocy in its final form. All right. So I'm gonna attempt an anime reference.
Okay.
The existence of this game leaves me in Yamcha's crater.
Dear Lord. That,
I don't think I'm wrong.
I mean, it is astonishingly bad. I want to know more about this dev. Like, you know, first of all, how dare you? And like,
Thank you, Rob. Tegan, I hope you have the same energy, because I'm so glad to know that Rocky is just as mad as I am, but just bringing a different style.
I think I'm just tired, honestly.
I mean, admittedly, we are living in the fucking
I
end
don't
times.
think I'm mad. I think I'm just like my longest deep sigh ever. But like, you guys can be mad for me on this one.
oh my god. Like,
He has 2 previous games, Rocky.
uh-huh.
Raid on Area 51,
Of
Sure.
course.
which he released the weekend of the viral Area 51 meet.
Mm-hmm.
Description of that game reads, over 1 million people are storing Area 51.
No, they didn't.
Defend the base and shoot them all before they see your aliens.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yep. This person exists. And his earliest game is called You Are God.
Sure. God damn it, what a fucking clown.
Yeah, so thanks for Hobo Living VR. You're an amazing person. And shout outs, we hate you.
We hate you, bro. Like, holy shit. Okay, well. Hey everyone, this is a show. We do it every week. It's called Impossible Coin. It can be found wherever podcasts are found. Most of our stuff's on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify, and we'd appreciate it if you took a moment to leave us a review. Tell us what you liked, what you didn't, and that would be excellent for us. There's music at the beginning and end of this podcast. It's produced by our friend Big Sach. You can find his work at soundcloud.com/BigSachNJ or on Twitter at Hillary_Swank. The logo and t-shirt were designed by Lauren Moran. You can follow her on Twitter at Lauren Moran and consider donating to her Patreon. And like her, we also have a Patreon at patreon.com/ImpossibleCoinPodcast, where we produce additional content focusing on pop culture, anime, wrestling, but we also do things like watch-alongs. We're currently working our way through the Tiger King. We are on social media. Brian's on Facebook and Patreon. I'm on Twitter. Tegan's on Tumblr. It's all Impossible Coin. No underscores, dashes, or anything weird like that. But that's us. That's the show.
It's true. And thanks for hanging out. Peace.
Bye.
So later.